When it comes to attraction, desire, and intimacy, men carry a universe of fantasies inside their minds that they rarely reveal. Even the most confident man who seems straightforward about what he wants often keeps certain thoughts hidden, not because they are inappropriate, but because they are deeply personal. A man's fantasies about a woman are rarely just physical, they are layered with emotional cravings, psychological curiosities, and hidden needs. Many women assume male fantasies are limited to the obvious: sex, physical intimacy, or visual attraction. While those certainly exist, the reality is far more fascinating. Men fantasize about experiences that make them feel powerful, desired, understood, and emotionally connected. They crave moments where they can express dominance or vulnerability, escape societal expectations, or relive primal instincts. This article explores what men secretly fantasize about doing to you, not just in bed, but in the entire spectrum of a relationship. These fantasies blend psychology, biology, and culture, and by the end, you'll have a window into desires that most men never openly admit. The psychology of male fantasies. Before diving into the specific fantasies, it's essential to understand why men fantasize in the first place. Biological drive: testosterone fuels sexual imagination. Men are naturally wired to think about sex more frequently than women, but their fantasies are not random, they are shaped by personal experiences, emotions, and culture. Emotional escape: many male fantasies are not purely physical. They create a mental escape from stress, responsibility, or rejection. In fantasy, a man can be exactly who he wants without judgment. Power and vulnerability: interestingly, men fantasize about both extremes. Sometimes, they want to dominate and feel powerful. Other times, they want to surrender control and feel cared for. 4. Unspoken desires. Fantasies often involve things men may never verbalize. Fear of rejection or being misunderstood makes them keep these thoughts to themselves. Understanding these layers makes it easier to appreciate the fantasies men carry about you. The most common fantasies men have about women: undressing you slowly. One of the most universal fantasies men carry is not rushing to sex but savoring the moment of undressing a woman. It's not just about seeing her naked, it's about the journey of anticipation. The act of unbuttoning a shirt, sliding down a zipper, or tracing fingers across skin builds suspense and makes the experience feel cinematic. For many men, undressing you symbolizes intimacy and privilege. It's the moment they feel you're allowing them into your private world. Taking you in unexpected places. Public places, hotel balconies, office desks, showers. Men often fantasize about the thrill of intimacy outside the bedroom. It's not necessarily about exhibitionism but about the forbidden nature of doing something bold. The psychology here ties to risk and adrenaline. Men love the idea of making love in places where it shouldn't happen because it amplifies excitement and passion. Many men secretly fantasize about being the one who unlocks a woman's deepest pleasure. They want to be remembered as the man who gave her an experience no one else could. This isn't just ego, it's about significance. Men fantasize about leaving an unforgettable mark on your body and mind. Seeing you take control. Although dominance is often linked to male fantasies, many men actually dream of you being the one in charge. They imagine scenarios where you push them onto the bed, tie their hands, or decide the pace. This reversal gives them a chance to relinquish control and enjoy vulnerability, which they rarely get in daily life. Protecting you like a hero. Not all male fantasies are sexual. Many men daydream about protecting you in dangerous or challenging situations, shielding you from harm, defending your honor, or rescuing you from something threatening. This ties into the primal hero instinct, a deep evolutionary drive that makes men feel valuable when they can provide safety and security. Watching you sleep peacefully beside them. Surprisingly, one of the sweetest fantasies men carry is watching you sleep. It's not about sex at all. It's about intimacy, trust, and presence. Men feel powerful and protective when they see you at your most vulnerable state, safe in their arms. Having you desire them fiercely. Men secretly crave being pursued just as much as women do. They fantasize about you wanting them so badly that you initiate everything, grabbing their shirt, kissing them aggressively, or begging for more. This flips the usual dynamic and reassures men that they are truly irresistible to you. Hearing you whisper their name. Simple, but profound, men fantasize about hearing you moan their name during intimacy. It validates their presence and makes them feel like they are the only man in your world at that moment. Deeper emotional fantasies men rarely admit. Beyond physical acts, men carry emotional fantasies that reveal their true vulnerabilities. Sex creates emotional attachment through biology. Science shows that sex releases powerful chemicals in the brain, such as oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and dopamine, the pleasure hormone. These chemicals create emotional connections, even if you believe it's just physical. For girls, oxytocin release can increase feelings of closeness and attachment. For boys, sex can also trigger bonding, though it may manifest differently. This biological reality means that casual sex is rarely casual for long. Understanding this helps young people realize that sex can complicate relationships. It can create expectations, jealousy, or heartbreak if both partners are not on the same page. How women can use this knowledge. If you're curious about deepening intimacy, understanding male fantasies gives you an advantage. Encourage openness. Let him know you won't judge his desires. This may open doors to conversations he's never had. Surprise him. Act out a fantasy like taking control without him asking. It shows you understand his hidden side. Validate him. Compliment his efforts, both in and out of the bedroom. It fulfills his craving for recognition. At the same time, body positivity movements challenge the idea that only large breasts are attractive. Campaigns encourage women to love their bodies regardless of size, pushing fashion brands and media outlets to feature women with a wider range of shapes and proportions. Cultural differences around the world. It's important to note that not every culture idolizes large breasts equally. In parts of East Asia, smaller breasts are often considered elegant and youthful, while in Latin America and the Middle East, fuller busts are celebrated as a sign of femininity and beauty. African tribal traditions also vary, with some valuing larger busts as signs of fertility, while others focus more on body symmetry or hip size. The historical journey of how societies have viewed big-breasted women shows one clear truth: ideals are never permanent. What was seen as beautiful in one era may be rejected in another. Yet, despite these fluctuations, the fascination with breasts, especially large ones, remains deeply embedded in cultural consciousness. They are never just body parts, but rather symbols that reflect the values, fears, and desires of society at any given time. How fantasies change with age. Men's fantasies also shift as they grow older. In their 20s, fantasies often revolve around novelty, experimentation, and exploration. Younger men tend to imagine multiple partners, adventurous positions, or scenarios inspired by media and pop culture. In their 30s, fantasies start mixing passion with intimacy. Many men begin to dream about not just sex, but bonding experiences, making love after a romantic dinner, showering together, or watching you wear their shirt in the morning. In their 40s and beyond, fantasies often deepen into emotional territory. Men want to be admired, respected, and needed. They may fantasize about slower, more sensual intimacy, or about you praising them for still being strong, capable, and desirable. In essence, male fantasies mirror their life stage and emotional priorities. Mini scenarios inside a man's mind. To truly understand how men fantasize, let's walk through some of the story-style scenarios they play in their heads. The slow undress. He imagines you walking into the room, wearing a silk dress. He doesn't rush, he takes his time. His fingers trace the straps, sliding them off your shoulders. He hears your breathing quicken, and in his mind, he wants this moment to last forever. The fantasy isn't about getting to the end, it's about savoring the anticipation. The risky encounter. You're both at a friend's wedding. He imagines sneaking away with you into a quiet hallway, pressing you against the wall while laughter echoes from the ballroom. The thrill of being caught heightens everything. It's not just sex, it's adrenaline. Cultural influences on male fantasies. Male fantasies aren't identical across the world. Culture, religion, and media shape what men secretly imagine. Western cultures, fantasies often emphasize freedom, experimentation, and taboo breaking. Public encounters, role play, and adventurous intimacy are common. Eastern cultures, fantasies may lean toward modesty and romance, emphasizing loyalty, emotional closeness, and the beauty of subtle seduction. Middle Eastern and South Asian cultures, here, where social norms may restrict open discussions of intimacy, men's fantasies often center around forbidden desire, secrecy, and exclusivity. Global media influence, movies, music, and social media also feed male imagination. A song lyric or a romantic scene can plant seeds for fantasies that replay in their minds for years. This shows that while male fantasies are universal in deep desire, intimacy, power, vulnerability, the details differ depending on upbringing and culture. Health challenges for big-breasted women. 1. Musculoskeletal issues. Chronic back, neck, and shoulder pain is one of the most common complaints among women with big breasts. Some women even develop tension headaches or numbness in the arms due to nerve compression caused by bra straps digging into the skin. 2. Exercise difficulties. Women with large breasts often face challenges in physical activity. Running, jumping, or intense workouts can be painful or uncomfortable without proper sports bras. Some women feel self-conscious exercising in public, which can discourage them from maintaining fitness routines. 3. Respiratory issues. In rare cases, extremely large breasts can interfere with breathing by pressing against the chest cavity, especially when lying flat. 4. Breast cancer screening. Larger breasts can make mammograms and breast cancer detection more complicated. Dense breast tissue may obscure abnormalities, requiring additional imaging such as ultrasound or MRI. When fantasies become obsessions. While fantasies are healthy, sometimes they cross into obsession. If a man becomes fixated on unrealistic scenarios to the point where he avoids real intimacy, it can strain relationships. Signs include: he avoids real closeness because fantasy feels safer. He pressures you into scenarios that make you uncomfortable. He cannot enjoy normal intimacy without recreating fantasy. In these cases, open communication is vital. Healthy fantasies should enhance, not replace, real connection. Final reflection: more than just desire. At their core, men's fantasies about you are not only about sex. They are about power, feeling strong and capable; validation, feeling desired and admired; intimacy, feeling trusted and close; adventure, escaping routine and embracing thrill. When you peel back the layers, you see that men don't just fantasize about what they want to do to you, they fantasize about how they want to feel with you. Every scenario, whether it's undressing you slowly, protecting you, hearing you whisper their name, or surrendering to your control, is a coded message of longing.